Connecting the Jamaican diaspora abroad and at home. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story, highlighting the positive role of the Jamaican diaspora. Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Time now for Both Sides of the Story on Power 106 FM. We will not take sides, but we listen to your side. Join us as we explore the issues, present the facts, speak with the experts, and as always, listen to both sides. What's your story? Tell us on Both Sides of the Story. 922-4112, 922-4113, 922-4114, and 922-4115. You can listen to Both Sides of the Story on the Gleaner's website, www.go-jamaica.com, on your mobile phones at tunein.com or nobex.com, or by dialing 832-551-5045 or 213-493-0133 in the USA. If you're in the UK, you can dial 020-3519-0145, and in Germany, 051-180-904044. Our email address is bothsides106@live.com, and you can join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or link us up on Skype. We look forward to receiving your instant messages on MSN or Yahoo, and your text messages on 365-3346. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I marked the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
The road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is. Horizon in the distance, so close and yet so far away. You shouldn't be surprised when on arrival the dream has flown away and fear's not here to stay. The road ahead never gives away the promise. The road ahead is a highway or a dead-end street. A dead-end street. On your windscreen, they fall from heaven or from hell. You drive into the light or into darkness, uncertainty as your guide. The road ahead will never give away the promise. Oh, the road ahead is a highway or a dead-end street. Whoa, the road ahead never answers any questions, and nothing is sure along the way, not even tomorrow. With miles of the unknown ahead of you, the road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is.
It's the 11th day of the third month of 2021, a year in which we're observing quite a few activities and promotions as outlined by the United Nations. Among them, the International Year of Peace and Trust, the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, the International Year for the Elimination of Child Labor, and the International Year of Health and Care Workers. March is still being observed as Women's History Month, World Endometriosis Month, and Intellectual Disabilities Awareness Month. It's Commonwealth Day in Tuvalu, and restoration of Lithuania's statehood is being commemorated in Lithuania. Meanwhile, this week is being observed as Salt Awareness Week here in Jamaica. Hoy es jueves, el 11 de marzo 2021, y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa, Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos.
Never answers any questions, and nothing is sure along the way, not even tomorrow. With miles of the unknown ahead of you, road ahead.
C'est jeudi le 11 mars 2021 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service pour une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story. Le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de soi parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story. Le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue.
The road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the...
All we're saying is it's Thursday, the 11th of March, 2021, and we greet you well wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome.
Easter Christ went on arrival. The dream has flown away, and fear's not here to stay.
We started out this afternoon with the poetry of Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, and combined that with the song The Road Ahead by the group City to City. And essentially, it's just a reminder. It's just another reminder that insofar as we're able to influence or affect what happens here on earth is dependent on our level of awareness and mindfulness and how we employ that level of awareness and mindfulness. Because that will have some bearing on our ability or capacity to deal with what is ahead. And none of us knows with any certainty what is ahead of us. Hence the quotation that says, "Never look back with regret, nor look forward with fear. Look around you with awareness." We still have to live in the now. What must we do right now? Which road will we choose? One moment, please.
With miles of the unknown.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15.
Did you know that the Jamaica National Foundation's Water Adaptation Project was designed to address the country's water management issues related to climate change? Yes, climate change affects our water supply. By turning off the tap while you brush your teeth or investing in a high-efficiency toilet, you can make a difference in saving water. Visit our website at www.waterprojectja.com and follow us on all socials at JN Foundation to find out more details on how you can play your part.
Both sides of the story.
Tune in this and every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm to join in a series of discussions on building a strong relationship with your child. We invite children to call in and voice their concerns. This broadcast is brought to you by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, Every Child Deserves Protection, Margins Pharmacy, and Community Meds Pharmacy. That's a live broadcast of Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm at 3:30 p.m. this and every Tuesday, right here on Power 106 FM.
Sides of the story.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
The road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is. Horizon in the distance, so close and yet so far away. You shouldn't be surprised when on arrival the dream has flown away and fear's not here to stay. The road ahead never gives away the promise. The road ahead is a highway or a dead-end street. A dead-end street. Raindrops on your windscreen, they fall from heaven or from hell. You drive into the light or into darkness, uncertainty as your guide. The road ahead will never give away the promise. Oh, the road ahead is a highway or a dead-end street. Whoa, the road ahead never answers any questions, and nothing is sure along the way, not even tomorrow. With miles It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is.
Yes, indeed. The Road Ahead by City to City. And earlier on, we did share the piece, The Road Not Taken. And the idea is that, as we all know that we don't know what's going to happen next, quite frankly. We never know what's going to, and even if we think we know what's going to happen in the next second, the next minute, the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next month, we don't know. But that shouldn't stop us from preparing ourselves mentally, spiritually, intellectually, and can I say functionally? I love the word functionality. Functionality is key. Look up the definition for functionality. It is loaded. It doesn't say a lot, but it is loaded. Functionality. So what it is, it really is about the extent. All right, let's give you the definition, and we're going to let's give you the definition of functionality, because it would help us to have a greater sense of purpose, perhaps. Functionality, according to the Oxford Dictionary. Listen carefully. Functionality, the quality of being suited to serve a purpose well. The quality of being suited to serve a purpose well. Put another way, practicality. In other words, the sooner we're able to identify our purpose, the sooner we're able to identify to operate with a sense of purpose, the quicker we find functionality. The quicker we find functionality. The quality of being suited to serve a purpose well. And so all of this free time, in a manner of speaking, and time is not free, but in a manner of speaking, all of this free time that a lot of us have been having over these 366 days since the first confirmed case of COVID-19 in Jamaica. All of what has been happening has essentially been helping to direct us to how we need to be approaching finding our place in the human race. All of what's been happening around us has been preparation for a greater level of functionality, not just for now, but in the time to come. Functionality. So if we have been wasting all this time and not sharpening our skills, and it doesn't matter how old we are, it matters not how old we are. If we are not prepared, and if we have not been preparing, and if we have not been learning from all that's been happening around us, we are going to be left behind Because as my late mother used to say, "An a sopna go, a sopna come. An a sopna go, a sopna come." So all this time we've been having, all these experiences we've been having, all these new technologies and systems and approaches that we've been exposed to. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. My mother had another expression about nyamming up ourselves. Some of us spend our days nyamming up ourselves. And if you understand the expression, you can hear it. Nyamming up ourselves, not recognizing that there is no... I just love the reference to the London Eye in England, the massive Ferris wheel, what looks like a massive Ferris wheel. Had the privilege of being on it and going live on Facebook while on the London Eye. The London Eye keeps turning and people keep getting on and getting off. But it never stops. It keeps going. People keep getting on and getting off. That's the story of life. That's the story of life. Getting on and getting off. People are being born and people are dying. That's just a fact of life. As sad and as tragic as it always is, especially when it hits close to home. And so the idea is for us to be as industrious as possible. Doesn't mean we're not going to take breaks and holidays and fun days and so on and have fun. But that we, having recognized that the time is now and not next year or the year after or the year after, let's deal with what we have to deal with while we have the ability and the capacity to deal with it right now. And so we convey our sympathies and we have a lot of empathy for those who have been struggling, for those who have been hurting, for those who have been finding it difficult to navigate this environment. But it is not beyond us. It is not beyond us to be able to navigate this environment. We have it inside of us. It's for us to release this light. Let this light so shine. This little light of mine, the song says, I'm going to let it shine. That has to be the approach. What to do, when to do, how to do, why to do. Basic, but significant. What to do, how to do, when to do, why to do. The first talent is the willingness to do. And in this life, we learn what to do, when to do, how to do, why to do. And the quicker we're able to learn that, the greater our level of functionality. The greater our level of functionality. What's functionality? The quality of being suited to serve a purpose well. Practicality.
Horizon in the distance.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:30.
The new
JPS app, let's go. Your meter RP and your bill from your phone. The JPS app can do that. Track your energy while let the pan they go on a roll. The JPS app can do that. Report outages, any issues, just let us know. The JPS app can do that. Anywhere you're there, track your energy, everything you need. Convenience on the go. Everything about your life at your fingertips. The JPS app can do that. Download the new JPS app today. Available in Google Play Store and Apple Store. The JPS app can do that.
Hey, you see, these days, it's good to get straight to the point. Quick and easy. That's why Western Union gives you another way to receive money straight to your bank account with Western Union's direct-to-bank money transfer. Visit a Western Union agent location and sign up now. And tell your family and friends to send your next Western Union money transfer directly to your bank account in Jamaica. It's easy. Visit a Western Union location or call our call center at 876-926-2454. Sign up today to receive a money transfer directly to your bank account with ease. With Western Union, moving money for better.
The Jamaica Customs Agency is inviting all licensed customs brokers to its Triple C Virtual Forum for Brokers Only, Wednesday, March 17, 2021, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, under the theme Trade and Tariff Matters. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm to register and to participate. Customs brokers, this forum is designed especially for you. So click, connect, and converse with Customs. Jamaica Customs, keeping our brokers in focus.
The Gleaner Premium will excite your digital media experience, satisfy your appetite for exclusive stories and special access to editors' fora, videos, podcasts, and much more. To subscribe, go to jamaica-gleaner.com/premium and select the e-Gleaner or website option. Welcome to your new digital experience, the Gleaner Premium.
Free premium access to unlimited news and value-added offerings. Limited time offer ends soon. Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas on Power 106 FM is now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. 1 hour of solid advice, great interaction, and a belly full of laughs. That's Dear Pastor, now 1 power-packed hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, here on Power 106 FM.
And so let us exercise a greater level of wisdom and mindfulness in choosing the road to take, choosing which road to take. Let's be clear in our minds and recognize that the road ahead is empty. It's filled with miles of the unknown. But here's the crux of the matter, according to the song. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is. And the more we're able to nurture and engender this kind of culture, the better for our children for generations to come. Because what they will be seeing are resilient people, creative people, entrepreneurial people, people who get lemons and turn those lemons into lemonade. Get the picture? That's all we're saying this afternoon. Here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on your smart devices all over the world. Good afternoon to those of you listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. from Moran Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point. This is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in on the Power 106 FM app, which you would have downloaded from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free. Listening is free whenever, wherever. We acknowledge those who have dialed a designated number to listen to Power 106 FM from the United States and the United Kingdom. Those in the US who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 631 359 8281. 631 359 8281. And if you're in the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 0330 606 0953. 0330 606 0953. We're streaming live video on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook in the search box atop the page. Type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to not just hear, but see what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. If you are not on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any of those, and you don't have any such social media account, but you like to go to YouTube to watch videos and listen to your favorite music, etc., we are on YouTube as well. All you need is a device, whether a smart device or a not so smart device, smartphone, not so smartphone, tablet computer, laptop, personal computer or desktop computer. Once you have one of those, that's step number one. Number two, do you have internet connection? If you have internet connection, then number three is to open a browser. What are we talking about? What's a browser? Like Google Chrome, that's a browser. Bing, that's another browser. Edge, that's a browser. Safari, another browser, etc. Open one of those and type YouTube, and the YouTube website will come up. And if you do that right now, you should see this video trending. If you're not seeing this video trending, then in the YouTube search box, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to not just hear, but see what's happening on both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. We see your multiple messages coming through. As we said, on this, the 366th day since the confirmation of the first COVID-19 case in Jamaica. And yesterday, on the 365th day, we had the administration of the vaccine, the first vaccines administered yesterday. Just under 3,000 people were vaccinated yesterday, which is, we're told by the chief medical officer, about 83% of their target for day one. But even as people were the first group of individuals were being vaccinated yesterday, sadly, there was another record yesterday. And that record was not in terms of the number of confirmed cases, but sadly, the number of deaths. The highest number of deaths in a single day, 12. 12 coronavirus deaths yesterday alone, pushing the death toll to 475. 475 people have died from the coronavirus since the first confirmed death from the coronavirus which was the 18th of March last year, the 18th of March last year, 300, that as at yesterday, that would have been 357 on the 357th day since the first confirmed death. 12 people. A new record for the number of deaths in a single day due to COVID-19 in Jamaica. 12. Now 475. Yesterday, 695 confirmed cases, newly confirmed cases of COVID-19. More than 14,700 people have recovered from COVID-19, 13,479 active cases, 20,169 people in home quarantine. Our hospitals are under pressure. 310 people in hospital on account of COVID-19. 25 of those patients moderately ill, 31 critically ill. The Ministry of Health and Wellness website has the details, moh.gov.jm. And the hope is that we'll continue to fight COVID-19 by wearing our masks, washing and sanitizing our hands, avoid touching our face, ensuring physical distance of at least 6 feet, among other things. And of course, the vaccines are being administered now, and that's another option. It doesn't take away, it doesn't mean that once you're vaccinated, you forget about the other things. But if you've been doing all the other things and you want to train your immune system to fight COVID-19, the vaccine will help you. The vaccine will help you to do that. We thank you for joining us. Let's clear the messages that have been popping up since we started here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on your smart devices all over the world. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. Hello to Inez Campbell-Brown in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Kayreen Evans, welcome. Angela in Toronto, Canada. Don Marie Smith, good afternoon. Blessings. Listening. Donegal in St. Elizabeth. Welcome, Don Marie Smith, Donegal, St. Elizabeth. Margaret Osborne Lemmy, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Inez Campbell-Brown. Paul in Philadelphia, good day to you too. Buenas tardes, Señor Dervan. Malcolm, ¿cómo estás hoy? Kayreen Evans wishing us good afternoon and asking how are we doing today. We're doing well, thanks. Muy bien, gracias. Shernet Wim Young says good afternoon. Paul in Philadelphia says, any update on the 19 guns seized at Montego Bay Wharf? Was that shipment exempt from the documentation requirement That includes shipper and receiver, name and address. One moment, please.
Win more money with Lucky Play Lotteries. Play Big Pot, Super 5, and Dream 6 today. The time by Lucky Play Lottery is
2:45.
The new JPS app, let's go! You meet the RP and you build from a phone. The JPS app can do that. Track your energy while let the pan go on a roll. The JPS app can do that. Report outages, any issues, just let us know. The JPS app can do that. Anywhere you're there, track your energy, everything you need. Convenience on the go. Everything about your life at your fingertips. The JPS app can do that. Download the new JPS app today. Available in Google Play Store and Apple Store. The JPS app can do that.
Both sides of the story.
The Heart Foundation of Jamaica observes World Salt Awareness Week from March 8 to 14 under the theme More Flavor, Less Salt. Tune in to Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm for a live broadcast at the Heart Foundation of Jamaica this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. as we raise awareness on issues surrounding sodium intake, especially the hidden salts in some of our favorite food products. This broadcast is brought to you by the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, 28 Beechwood Avenue, Kingston 5. That's a live broadcast of Both Sides of the Story this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica in observance of World Salt Awareness Week right here on Power 106 FM.
Both sides of the story.
Tune in to Farm Talk, 6:18 to 6:35 a.m. the first Tuesday of every month, and 6:18 to 6:45 p.m. the last Tuesday of every month for First Hand in the Field. Real issues, real solutions. Join the Newport First Hand team in the field as they identify problems and tell you how to address them. First Hand in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions is brought to you by Newport First Hand Jamaica Limited, the first on the land.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Going to the break, we read a message from Paul in Philadelphia asking about the 19 guns seized at Montego Bay Wharf, which was on the 11th of Monday, the 11th of January, 2021. The most recent story we've seen on that, Paul, is that the Jamaica Constabulary Force was reminding members of the public on Twitter that there was a reward for information leading to the seizure of firearms and ammunition through the Crime Stop initiative. And they had listed the number of weapons and the type of weapons, etc. Haven't seen a follow-up since then, unless we missed it, but that's the most recent story we came across while searching. To the phone lines, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon.
Oh, you know, Mr. Malcolm?
I'm giving thanks for life. And you?
Not too bad, you know, sir. Look and live like brother dog, as them say, you know.
Yes.
The police, they sometimes there are some communications about four guns daily, and that program about the firearm, it is still running. It's a continuous program.
Right.
And boy, Jamaica people, I don't think, I know that recently in Singapore, it was thousands of people that had the disease, but less that, you know, I don't know for now how it is. I remember Singapore is a compact society, you know, Mr. Malcolm.
Yes, one of the most densely populated.
Yeah, yes. And people have to obey the law, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Singapore, if you have a 4-year-old child, you know, Mr. Malcolm, you can put that child on the train and tell somebody, one of your relatives, to pick up the child, you know. At the other radio station, you know. So, well, Jamaica, we just is a disorder, and we kill just for nothing at all.
Well, Singapore has recorded 6,062 cases. Of the 60,062 cases, 59,911 people have recovered, and 29 people have died in Singapore. Yes.
Why you think most of that? Why the reason for that? You think, Mr. Malcolm?
Discipline, perhaps.
You think nobody could take the train to Singapore without having on their mask and all of that? Well, I mean, I know this country, and then if the government go to the state where they start finding people, what will happen? The prison and the jail them would have overrun.
That's the other dilemma. And there's a school of thought as well that says, even as we're not condoning indiscipline, spare a thought for some of our brothers and sisters, our fellow citizens, who have been having a rough time.
Yes, Mr. Malcolm.
And have been under a lot of pressure. And sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to a public yesterday. Don't I think me somebody, I may have a towel, me or a lady side of me. Why you must have got a towel over me, but me have a mask, Because nobody's not going to pass and spit in my face. I know when I'm here, me catch that this is down there, Mr. Malcolm.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good that you are being extra careful.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to be.
Secondly, do you know why it's not salt being granulated, Mr. Malcolm?
Why? Say that again. Why?
Why salt is not granulated, since we have the granulated sugar. And it's almost the same process. And they are crystalline. They are both crystalline substances and all of that.
That's a good question.
You never read about that one.
I never thought about that.
And secondly, again, you talk about that business that house up at Dervan house, people really for years, all about in the world, people just make them own stories, because the man wouldn't black, as we call it in Jamaica, Mr. Malcolm, because he was a mixed race man who own it. Not so?
Yes. His surname is a giveaway in terms of being of mixed race. Steebell. George Steebell. Mm-hmm.
And the man who was the, what you call it, the same time, it was Musgrave. He was the ruler at the time. The man who
Governor Anthony Musgrave.
Musgrave, and he would know that the same time the slaves in Jamaica would have had those mulattoes children, not so?
Yeah, I mean, the fact is there is no proof. There is no proof that Lady Musgrave asked her husband, Governor Musgrave, to cut a road so that she wouldn't have to drive past the mansion of the black millionaire, Jamaica's first black millionaire, George Steebell. In fact, there's a map at the back of a book called Lady Nugent's Journal. Lady Nugent and her husband, Sir George Nugent, served. They were serving, or Governor Nugent was serving before Governor Musgrave, and that road had existed according to the map in the back of Lady Nugent's Journal. That road existed from the time the Nugents were here, and it was the Musgraves followed the Nugents. So
you're right about that.
Yes.
Because I know I came to town to live at 10 years old, and I know that I went to Tom Redcomb, but somebody was telling me the avenue was, the poet laureate Thomas McDermott Avenue. Thomas McDermott, the man name, and I'm just spelling me back here.
Yes.
Somebody was telling me that the library name Tom Redcomb. But me telling you, the library name in Jamaica, all of them most of them we have a parish name before a large one now.
Yeah, the people. It's people who it's out of what do you call it? More practice than anything else. That people just call it Tom Redcomb because of the road it's on.
Yes.
But it's actually the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Library. Yes.
You're right, but I'm glad to go with you, sir.
And to you, with you too. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story. Paro 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. Raskava is coming through on the 876-365-3346 number. Greetings, Raskava.
Yes, sir. Greetings to you and all the listeners. The brethren who just sealed up the reason there a while ago, did he ask why salt is not granulated sugar?
Why salt is not, why don't we have granulated salt, just as though we have granulated sugar?
Granulated salt? What would that be? What word granulated? What it mean?
Granulate means to form something into grains or particles.
But if that's so, salt is already formed into grains or particles.
Yes. I don't know if it has anything to do with the as far as sugar is concerned, because I know nothing about these things, but with the color, if that has something to do with the color as well, in terms of moving it from being brown sugar to white sugar per se. But I'm not sure what you would move the white salt to. If it and if there is such a thing as, or could be such a thing as, granulated salt.
I don't know what I thought. I heard one time that granulated sugar is not cane sugar, but it could be false. But I was saying the answer to, if he had asked why salt is not granulated sugar, would have been the same way why tar is not molasses. And the answer would have been, not everything that is white is salt. But that's how it works.
Yeah.
That brethren that come out and make that big announcement that get Clarendon people here start turn up in their head about drone from Vernon Field, which should have been launched to can carry as much as a car from Vernon Field to Mobile. You promised
I think I did call him. I'm remembering calling him. Now, as to exactly what he said, I'd have to go deep into the recesses of my mind to remember the essence of the conversation. But I do remember calling him, and he still seemed optimistic that it is still possible. I would now need to.
Possible that he launched it in 2 Octobers ago.
Yeah.
I think we could ask him to come back on the radio to tell us, man. Because Clarendon people was so up there for hearing that, not to mention South Clarendon. And to not hearing anything about it again, it just coming like people should not applaud announcement. We should applaud results. This, what was the other one again? Oh boy. I know the people them not come fix the water till brethren.
What?
And the mosquito them had breed up by the million. If you see that the side of the road over the grass, green and pretty over the sidewalk, comparing to the other side with brown, how it burn up. And the water is just real warning. Me go to the place, and ask them if they have a tractor. And they say, yes, the tractor park around this up. But them as send me to go around, they go ask you one man. Like, the man decide when to go to do the work. If you log it in at the office, brethren, they should relay it to the different departments and different people. I shouldn't have to be going through them private gate or a back, go look for man and then if you have to report a busted pipe, or report so much time already.
No,
and I go, the brethren call me and I say, yes, they identify the place and it needs a tractor. And I thought the tractor broke down. The man them say tractor around there healthy and well ready for work. And they're not talking about dengue again. Everybody forget that because of corona.
Sorry, one moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:00. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce presents MIIC Live on both sides of the story with Dervan Malcolm every first and third Thursday at 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Learn more about the manufacturing strategy, modernization in trading, foreign direct investments, and much more right here on Power 106 FM. This broadcast of MIIC Live is brought to you by the Ministry of Industry, Investment, and Commerce.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
The road ahead is empty. It's paved.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Raskaba, we're really shocked to hear that that problem is continuing. This is unbelievable.
And the first time, man, when I time up somewhere in the hills, the water run till it grow maras and grung up on the wall. It run under the road every day. People pass it, report it, I don't know why I had to go and look for that man. If I had to grease him palm and then he gladly want to come, all the directives is given from the office. I cannot know virgin, but I refuse to go around there because I don't think I should. If I have done my duty by going to the cashier, report it, going to the people at the front desk, report it, and I go to the security guard to report it. And he said he had passed it on, and all of them, especially the cashier, was surprised.
And remember, we shared the information with Andrew Cannon, the communications person from National Water Commission.
That's why I got the call the other day after that. And I said that was prompt. But nothing follows up after that. Somebody needs to go and find another job someplace.
I agree.
In
fact, there are a lot of people, too many people in this country who need to be retired in the public interest.
And the interest of themselves too.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Virgin, the mosquito, them coming like when you buck up on beehive and then also and then the swarm. And dengue is still wearing. The other thing I wanted was to ask, did you say the police has sent out a reward for information?
They used the opportunity on the occasion of the seizure of those 19 guns to remind members of the public that there is a reward for the recovery of illegal guns.
Okay.
That was from the time that it was announced by the Prime Minister a few years ago, apparently. So they were saying it's still on for those who are interested.
Oh, I thought that you come in and use the machine, and whenever you hear clearly, I thought this reward was out for information leading to the culprits who are responsible for having those guns here.
Yeah,
but then there couldn't be.
No.
Because they have the information in their hands, so they couldn't actually when they ask the information again.
Yeah, they just need to act on the information that they have.
So any arrests or any tracing or anything has been done?
I did a general search. The most recent story would have been the 12th of January, which would have been the day after the guns were seized. I haven't seen any other story, unless the constabulary put something out on their Twitter page or somewhere else on social media.
No, but if it makes the news, then the follow-up should always also make the news. It calls investigative journalism, so somebody need to get that thing. The people who were interested in finding out a bit of what's going on too.
Yeah, that shouldn't be difficult. Any everyday journalist can pick up the phone and call the Constabulary Communication Network spokesperson or the commissioner's office specifically.
All right, Mr. Malcolm, give thanks again. Take care of yourself.
You too. All the best.
Meow. All right.
This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, for 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on your smart devices all over the world. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. There are some messages. Oh, let's go to the phone lines again then. 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon.
Mr. Malcolm?
Yes, you're back.
Just a brief time. Years, 8 years, the dean of the split, but the process of making a substance granulate, it's just, it to turn it in a fine grain because salt is a big old block or something in Asia and all about all of the herd. What people take up, process it, and get it into a very fine grain. Same thing with the sugar. Remember I say, when you have the sugar, that big black lump, and then process it and turn it to brown, and after brown, then becomes further granulated by turning it to a very fine grain. So I never really compare the two of them, I just say, if them call the white one granulated, which means fine grain at any rate, why then do call the salt which a fine grain, and the two of them look crystalline and basically not really the same substance. You understand, Mr. Malcolm?
Yes.
Yeah, I just not me that balance of the pretty. Because different things we attack, sugar and salt different and all of that and the things. That go here again, sir.
All right, take care. Your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Let's go to Curtis on WhatsApp. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
And everyone listening everywhere. Yes, a question, Mr. Malcolm. You think we have a gender-based violence in Jamaica?
If I think we have what?
A gender-based violence.
Yeah.
If we,
Yes.
Yeah. What would you describe as gender-based violence, or what gender-based violence is?
On the face of it, it's violence that is targeted at a particular gender, whether it be men beating up on women or women beating up on men, whether because those men beating up on women feel that they are stronger and bigger and tougher and rougher, and the women are softer and easier to beat upon, or whether there are women who see themselves as being bosses of men, and especially men of a certain nature who they feel it's easier to beat upon them. So it's the kind of violence that is not necessarily driven by any other factor other than watch me and you, because you're soft, because I think you're soft, whether because you're a female or a soft male or whatever, I'm going to beat upon you. I'm going to take advantage of you. I'm going to abuse you.
Yeah, well, in my estimation, Mr. Malcolm, I don't think we have a gender-based violence. I think we just have a violent society, that violence against everybody, whether woman, man, dog, cat, everybody, children, everybody. So I don't think.
Well, that's a different matter. No, that's a different matter. Which, but it is a fact that there's more than enough evidence. Do you remember that time? And it's still happening, but maybe not as much. Do you remember that time when we were having these frequent intimate partner violence incidents of men killing their spouses? You remember that period of time? Like every month or so, there was a different such story. It is here. It is. But you are perfectly correct. There's no doubt. And we have talked about it before on this program, where we talk about everybody being permanently angry, and people quick to broke a fight, and quick for draw for knife, and quick to go for gun, and for the slightest of things. It's something we talk about all the time. It's apparently deeply entrenched in our culture, in how we conduct ourselves. And that's going to take some doing to exorcise that demon.
From what I see, Mr. Malcolm, yeah, as I say, we just have a violent society where woman beat men just the same way, you know. But all the women beating men just the same way, but only just because many of us may, you know, a little bit shame to go report or thing like that. So we just have a violent society. You know, we're like say, I like say, as I say, like man pick by woman or so. Everybody, you know, I just think we're like say, if me and my cousin she a lady and anything or any woman at all and from our man or anybody, and from as I say, we just hungry, anything, least little thing, a life ready to take. So it's like say, we just have a violent society, a violent culture that is that as I say, it is deeply entrenched. And I don't know, Mr. Mal. Well, you're an awful person. You may see a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't really see it, Mr. Malcolm. One, look at, you know, all these gunmen whether they're dead by their colleagues or police take them out or whatever way they fall. Most of them have a lot of children, you know. And when these children come up, the same party they shot, you know. So I even think like after when like say these gunmen, I think like say there's something should be in place to really find their children and thing like that and find out, you know, and something because, you know, I don't really see where it is going to stop, you know. Because even those big name gunman that we know about, their children is in the same footstep. Their children come dangerous than them. And some that still are alive, we are still hearing news that their children are more dangerous than them. So if I don't really see where this is going to stop, you know. We have a violent culture, Mr. Malcolm. And for me, I think, and as I continue to say continually, we're in like say, I saw announcement continue to run on the television, radio and everything. To have these organizations, I think it is, I don't remember which two, but they are this thing where the policeman go to really search the house, and the person are saying, I have my right, and whatever, I have my right in that advertisement. I'm saying that there is too much right without any responsibility. There's nobody enforcing that we must have responsibility. With the right we have, it come with responsibility. We just don't have right and no responsibility. We must have right with the responsibility. We must have responsibility with the right that we have. So this is the thing where, like say, they have some education to really educate Jamaican people to know that you have your right, but you also have a responsibility. And I'm saying that to where Jamaica is today, I'm thinking, I think that they have to really rearrange the constitution and everything to really fit the culture of the day. Because where we are today, I think a policeman should be able to just go search. You know, suppose I'm going to come and tell me, say, boy, look here, me have a thing to search. Come on, please come and search. Stop me and search me if you want. I'm going on the road. Stop me, search me anywhere. You don't have to really go to show me, say, boy, look here, me have a warrant to search right now. Search anybody, search everywhere, uptown, downtown, search everywhere. Because the thing is, we're in Mr. Malcolm, we're like say, there is a philosophy that say it's poor man doing the wrongs. No, the poor man may be the one that fired the gun, but not the poor man. The poor man is not the little ghetto youth. It's not the person that really getting the gun in the country. So they have to really have this right uptown, downtown, everywhere. You're doing search, whether you go Beverly Hill, Jackson, everywhere. Do the search, do the investigation, and try to really, you know, something, Mr. Malcolm, because it is serious. It's serious. You know, and we cannot really see an end to it. It is very serious, Mr. Malcolm. And concerning the gun at the mobile there, the police says that why they didn't really wait and investigate to really see who coming to clear the canteen or thing like that. It's because like what they know have but it was just sorry, but anyway that word there it was a Mr. Malcolm.
One moment, please.
Coast to Coast Concrete, the high quality concrete for fencing, roofing, foundation, and road surfacing. Call 876-754-7472. The time by Coast to Coast Concrete is
3:15.
Tune in to Farm Talk, 6:18 to 6:35 a.m. the first Tuesday of every month, and 6:18 to 6:45 p.m. the last Tuesday of every month for First and in the Field. Real issues, real solutions. Join the Newport First and team in the field as they identify problems and tell you how to address them. First and in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions is brought to you by Newport First and Jamaica Limited, the first on the land.
Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during Both Sides of the Story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today.
Thanks for holding.
Yes, Mr. Malcolm. So they say it was deliberate in a nutshell. They say it was a deliberate move on their part. So I'm saying that why every time there's a canteen or there's some drug, there's some gun or something somewhere, why every time it is deliberate for there to really just go run in and just take it up? So why don't really hide off somewhere and really see who coming for it? Who is the person coming to clear it? Instead of like say just run, go take it up and make one whole heap of nice and one whole heap of show and nothing come out of it. I don't really see the sense in it, Mr. Malcolm.
I think part of it, I think it was explained as well by Dennis Brooks, who is a strategist with the constabulary communication strategist, that there are certain key positions within Jamaica Customs, or the key positions within Jamaica Customs, or the positions in areas that would be key to the work of the police that are not manned by the police, are not supervised or managed by the police. In other words, I don't think they wanted to say too much about it, because then it can lead people to start thinking certain things, which may or may not be so. That in order to have a successful outcome, one would need to have one's team in certain positions, which it would then become too obvious that there is a dragnet in place, or there is a plan afoot. There's a plan afoot, which could lead to information being divulged, and as they say in dominoes, somebody called the game. So it is not as simple and straightforward as it seems, as I have learned subsequently, because I used to talk like you until I got a sense of why, but they said it without trying to say, well, they said it without saying too much. The reason why they have to move at the time that they do and in the way that they do. Because the same shipment could very well disappear. The same shipment could very well disappear, and then you have another problem on your hands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I must say that I was satisfied today when I hear of the sentence that the guy get that kill the Mrs. Callimore. I was satisfied of that sentence. I hope the rest get some death penalty and things like that, Mr. Malcolm. I hope for that. Yeah. So we have to put some drastic thing in place, Mr. Malcolm, for persons to really, see crime and turn away from it. Look a small thing where they get a slap on the hand, Mr. Malcolm, and walk away. No, some drastic thing have to go in place, Mr. Malcolm.
But again, you see, the judges, that's why you are not a judge and I'm not a judge. Because to get to that level of being a judge, you cannot allow yourself to be driven by emotionalism. You cannot allow yourself to be driven by love, hate, war, peace. In fact, as we like to say, the justice is perhaps even not about justice. It's about proving, in the case of the criminal law, proving beyond a reasonable doubt that someone is innocent or otherwise. That's what that boils down to. And in the case of civil law and related matters, it's about the evidence that is presented. The judges apply, the judges look at the evidence, and they match that with the law and what the law says, and they arrive at a certain position based on the law and the laws of the land and the evidence before them. And so there are different reasons why a judge rules one way or another. But for us to sit in the luxury of our living rooms and wherever else in our houses and wherever, and to be judge, jury, and executioner, not knowing, not having spent a single second in a courthouse while that case was going on, to listen to the evidence being marshaled by the prosecution, and of course the defense putting forward their position. Having not gone through that, we really are being a little flippant when we just off the cuff say, well, we just slap them on that's a slap on the hand, slap on the wrist sentence, and what kind of foolishness that, and the judge them don't know what them are doing, all of that. Yeah, it's very easy for us to say, but that's why we're not judges. The judges have to take into account more than, well, not even that. That doesn't even come into the picture. They have to take into account a lot of factors in order to arrive at the decisions that they do. And if we don't agree with the decisions that they arrive at, there are checks and balances in the system. So you can appeal, and depending on the outcome of those appeals, the case can turn left or right. It's just the way it is.
But Mr. Malcolm, yeah, I fully agree with you that justice is not even about justice. The person who can more convincing, more can put forward a more convincing case that, well, then this is so. But I'm saying that the whole thing in Jamaica with this plea bargain that they come up with. Plea bargain should be if them catch Mr. Malcolm, and I can really bring them somewhere and let down a whole group or a whole crew of men or women and things like that. Then I can get a plea bargain. But me no, take up myself and kill somebody and then me go to court and plead guilty. I make it a little slap on me and like a brother when kill a.
No, but you're gone back to the same point, and I'm saying to you, the judges didn't get to where they have gotten to because people like them, somebody like them. That's not how it works. They have, it means they would have reached a certain level. And how do you assess a judge? You look at the performance of that judge, the rulings, the level of mindfulness, and how judicious the decisions were, and a host of other factors in order to elevate that judge to a higher position. And I'm saying to you, these are the people who are trained, who are learned, as they say, who are experienced, and unless it's one thing for us to sit in court and pay attention as jurors or others who are privileged enough to sit in the court and follow these cases. It's another thing to be on the outside, and when a ruling is given, we jump to all kinds of conclusion, when in fact we would not have seen everything that was presented in court, or anything sometimes.
Yes, Mr. Malcolm, I hear all what you are saying, but what I'm saying, the plea bargain that they have now, that is the thing that it was structured properly, Mr. Malcolm.
What do you mean? Why? What do you mean it isn't structured properly? What is the fault?
I'm saying that for I to really get a plea bargain where you give me lesser sentence than what I should get. It should be that I can come in and I'm a part of a gang and I can let you get in the whole.
Yeah, but that has been done and that is still being done. That has been done and is still being done. That's why we have had so many gang members and gangs brought down. We've had that. So it's not like we're not having that. But if the situation doesn't call for that, the judge is not going to, that's not going to happen if the situation, in the estimation of the learned judges and the prosecution and the defense, etc., combined.
But there's many cases. Yes, Mr. Malcolm, I know that is being done. But there's many cases, Mr. Malcolm, where persons benefit from plea bargain by just go and really say, well, then look here, me do the crime, and then get a little slap on the hand because then go and they say they don't keep up the court time and things like that. So is that I'm talking about? Yeah. So and the next point now, Mr. Malcolm, why in the United States, I watch where say if they catch a criminal, then they would you would really see where the whole the criminal whole Facebook thing and the whole everything by whatever the criminal they do lead up to the crime or thing like that, and they tell where it come from, where it did live and thing like that. Why don't do it in Jamaica?
It is done in Jamaica.
It is on air?
Yeah, we have a whole division of the constabulary that deals with cybersecurity and related matters. I mean, it's not the kind of thing you're going to you're to shout about from the mountaintop. That hey, as police, we are online monitoring and checking and gathering intelligence online as well. No, they don't need to tell anybody that. They just need to do their work.
Okay. All right, bless you, Mr. Malcolm, and bless up everyone. And I'm saying that let us love each other. Let us have brotherly love for each other. I don't hurt you, you don't hurt me. What I do to you as I would like you to do to myself, and we'll have a better society. Yeah, man. God bless and everyone. Stay safe. Wear your mask everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much for the call. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, coming up at 3:30, or rescheduled edition. Rescheduled, because normally it's the first and third Thursday of every month, but it's been rescheduled for this Thursday, this afternoon, MIIC Live, a program of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. That's coming up. Let's get in a call before we go to the feature. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
I would like to see the crime go down. I would like to see the crime rate go down. And the only way it can go down is if you do a God if you do. And say, no man no wear no frock. No woman no wear no pants. And no sin to wear pants here. But it is abomination. An abomination and sick to God. And say, no woman not supposed to be no manager. That is a man job.
You've come back with that again?
Yes, I may have to tell you.
Oh.
I mean, I like to repeat it to you. Because he says if you do that, why say, no man no have to look for no gunman, no police have to look for no gunman. In because the gunman then harm. You understand that?
Can you identify a country where that has worked?
No, the first to come out.
All right. As they say in court, I rest my case. Thank you for your call. All the best. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Raymond, good afternoon to you. He says, have a blessed day. Great afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. A pleasure and privilege in London. Welcome, Rose McIntosh, and watching from London. Good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. Blessings to you, the listeners, and YouTubers worldwide, she says. Jennifer Stewart says, good afternoon, Sir Dervan. Please send shout out to Mrs. Sybil Thompson. Hello, Mrs. Sybil Thompson. Hello, Jennifer Stewart. All the best. Mrs. Thompson, Jennifer Stewart says to tell you that she will soon come to look for you. All the best. Stand by for this special rescheduled edition of MIIC Live.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:30.
Farmers, you can now control your fungal diseases with Eradicate, a systemic fungicide from Newport First and Jamaica Limited. Eradicate controls coffee rust, leaf spot, black and yellow cicatoca, early and late blight, powdery and downy mildew, and other fungal diseases on your crops. Get your Eradicate at your nearest farm store or at the Newport First and office, 2A, 2B Worry Wharf Complex. Take back control with Eradicate.
The RJR Gleaner Communications Group Special Women's Day book celebrating 60 distinguished Jamaican women. Available now. Purchase your copy today at the Gleaner Library, 7 North Street in Kingston, the Gleaner Western Bureau, 23 Orange Street, Montego Bay, and the RJR Gleaner Gift Shop at 32 Lyndhurst Road. And with every purchase of 3 or more copies at the Gleaner Library, you have a chance to win 6-month subscription to the Gleaner Premium. Jamaican women of distinction, holding up more than half the sky.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
The road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. As we said, normally it would be every first and third Thursday that we would have the feature MIIC Live. It's been rescheduled for this Thursday, which is the second Thursday. And we're standing by to connect with our guests online. But let's set the stage for this afternoon's edition of MIIC Live. In just a moment. And once again, we are standing by for the rescheduled edition of MIIC Live. We wanted this afternoon, you may recall, listeners, yesterday we made reference, we were saying that we haven't been able to, even up to now, such is the nature of our days, so much to do, so little time. But one of the things we remembered from the budget, from the presentation by the Finance and Public Service Minister, the Honorable Dr. Nigel Clark, is the concern about the customs administrative fee on exports up to a value of $500. Remember, we shared the story of fine artist Andy Ballantyne, outstanding fine artist. He paints remarkable pictures in more ways than one. And I remember asking him about the sale of his art online. And he said, boy, Mr. Malcolm, it don't make no sense. I better me just travel with the painting them and sell them whichever part of the world I go. Because to ship it from Jamaica to they order it and I ship it, the cost is just too much. And I remember Andy Ballantyne saying that. So I was able to make that connection as I listened to the minister's presentation. So we wanted this afternoon on this rescheduled edition of MIIC Live, a production of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, to explore the implication of the removal of the customs administrative fee on exports up to a value of $500. So we welcome you to MIIC Live here on Power 106. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, the Business Ministry. That's an easy way to remember it. The Business Ministry. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, the Business Ministry, has been tasked with creating an enabling business environment, one which grows and sustains industries, promotes investment and trade, and ensures consumer protection while fostering gender equality and social inclusion in all their policies, programs, and projects. It's against this background that today we're exploring the implications for the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises sector as a result of the removal of the customs administrative fee. Joining us to talk about the impact of this decision is State Minister in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, the Honorable Dr. Norman Dunn. Good afternoon, Dr. Dunn. Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon to the listeners, and good afternoon to the people, my people of Southeast St. Mary.
All right. Good afternoon. And let's welcome as well President of the Micro, Small, and Medium-Sized Enterprise MSME Alliance, Mr. Donovan Wignall. Good to have you on both sides of the story, more specifically MIIC Live.
Yes, nice to be here. Thank you very much, Dervan. And special good afternoon to Dr. Minister Norman Dunn and the very good hardworking team at MIIC, and especially to your listeners likewise.
Thank you. So let's... Right. I'm sure you both know each other.
Yes, we were actually neighbors.
Oh boy, life should be much easier then.
We're a very good neighbor.
I wish there was some common passion and a passion for MSME.
Good, good. So now the customs administrative fee, CAF or CAF, is a fee, we're told, that is imposed on or in connection with importation or exportation. So bringing in goods or sending out goods. And we're told it's an approximate cost of the services rendered. Now, a couple of days ago, as I was saying earlier on, the removal of this tax is in line with two of the strategic priorities of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, particularly maximizing opportunities for export and enhancing the business environment for growth and development of the MSME sector. I want to give you an opportunity first to say a word on those two strategic priorities, Dr. Dunn.
Right. As you quite correctly indicated, I mean, and I like what you said to a business ministry, because we are in fact facilitators and enablers of commerce, industrial investment, but commerce. And therefore, you touch on the two of the strategic objectives that we have, and that is to maximize export. We believe that we can do much better than what we do now, and therefore the ministry is tasked with ensuring that whatever it takes, whatever roadblocks are there, whatever bottlenecks are there, whatever things in the way to prevent the smooth facilitation and enabling of businesses for export. We are there to ensure that those pathways are clear. We believe that the entrepreneurship of Jamaicans generally is well known, and therefore we believe as government we have to set that framework and the enabling environment so that persons can in fact accede to the entrepreneurial spirit that they have and to achieve the objectives that they have. The second one is enabling environment, which I did say. And what we mean by enabling environment, we believe that if you look at businesses generally, sometimes you wonder why things are the way they are. Example, the CAF fee. Why was this fee ever done in the first place? This fee was so oppressive in its nature.
Yeah, it seems counterproductive because
very counterproductive.
It is in exporting that we're able to earn foreign exchange, well-needed foreign exchange in the country. So why put on such a fee?
Exactly, and therefore, from the ministry's perspective, once this was brought to our attention by both Donovan and the MSME Alliance, the PSOJ, the Chamber of Commerce, and JMEA in particular, we took it up immediately and say that we are in support of you in the removal of this, and therefore this ministry petitioned the Minister of Finance that we believe it was counterproductive, and the Minister of Finance agreed with us, and therefore we are happy to say that this is now a reality, that this fee, as the Minister said, is relegated to the dustbin.
Donovan Wignall, what does this mean? Spell out in as succinct a way as possible, as palpable a way as possible, as practical a way as possible, the implications of the removal of the customs administrative fee, especially as it relates to the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises.
Yes, thank you, Dervan. And I think Dr. Dunn started off quite nicely. It is far-reaching for the local manufacturers, local producers of art, of pottery, clotheswear, local manufacturers of honey, skin products, Dr. Lowe's products that he produces from cannabis. If a small business, a small manufacturer wanted to send abroad because they're using e-commerce now,
yes,
and somebody orders one bottle of a product or one piece of art or one piece of pottery from Bar Ceramics, it would cost the CAF would almost double the price that they advertise on their website for sale. So it made their products uncompetitive. It made it made their products very expensive to ship them abroad. With the removal of the CAF, we will see now that they can more now compete with other producers, because we're not the only producers of the stuff that we do. Even though our stuff I regard as very bespoke and avant-garde,
yes,
our products come out at a price much higher than the other people who are doing it in other countries. With the removal of this CAF, the prices now will be more competitive, and more of our manufacturers can now export a lot more products to these various regions of the world. And of course, their market is international. So when you put your products on a website advertising, the entire world is seeing it and the entire world is going to order. So now it makes it that much easier for them to compete globally with their locally manufactured products. So if somebody wants one bottle of Walker's Wood seasoning, or one bottle of skin toner from Salisbury, who manufactures very good local products, or a bottle of honey from the various honey producers we have, or whatever the product is, ceramics, art, etc., Ashman, Richard Hall, etc., they can now easily send their products abroad without the worry of their products being too expensive for the client.
Yes. And clear. Okay.
Let me add to that, Dervan.
Can you add after the break? After the break,
Okay,
please.
great.
Listeners, this is the special rescheduled edition of MIIC Live, a production of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. We're talking about the announcement by the finance minister to remove the customs administrative fee on exports of up to a value of $500.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:45. Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during Both Sides of the Story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today. The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. We are in the middle of a rescheduled edition of MIIC Live, a production of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Our guests this afternoon, the Honorable Dr. Norman Dunn, Minister of State in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and the President of the Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise MSME Alliance, Mr. Donovan Wignall. Going to the break, Dr. Dunn wanted to add to what Donovan Wignall was saying with respect to the impact of the removal of this customs administrative fee on the MSME sector. Dr. Dunn?
Yes, I just want to support Donovan, and to put it more graphically. Donovan did mention the great products that we have from Jamaica, and if a customer just or a consumer just goes into a pharmacy or a supermarket and look at those shelves, they would be amazed to see the quality of the products that are now being generated in Jamaica. But for you to compete, you need to compete worldwide. And therefore, to put it in a graphic form, if that person that Donovan mentioned, the honey producer or the cosmetic producer, has a product that values, say, 1,500 Jamaican dollars, before that person can export that product, the CAF, which is $3,000, now makes that product $4,500. So that original product for $1,500 automatically now becomes $4,500. And to agree with Donovan, there's no way you can compete. It makes it very difficult for you to compete. So now with the removal of the CAF fee of $3,000, the product will revert to its true price, which is 1,500 Jamaican dollars on that particular person's website. So that is how stark the effect of the CAF fee had on our local MSME sector that wanted to engage in e-commerce for export.
Yeah. And Donovan Wignall, what kind of reaction have you been getting from your members of the micro, small and medium-sized enterprise sector?
It was phenomenal when they heard the announcement. The group lighted up. They were very happy because I knew they knew that we were petitioning Nick, Dr. Dunn, Minister Floyd Green, that ministry, and of course directly petitioning the minister himself, Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark. So when the announcement was made, you can just imagine how happy the manufacturers in our group was. And I'm sure a lot more people will be going into manufacturing their products, small amounts, to the international market. So that one barrier to the entry in the export market has been removed, and I think we'll have far wider participation of local small manufacturers. Now they can earn a lot more foreign exchange for the country, and I'm sure it will translate to even more revenue for the government coffers at the end of the day.
And it's a sizable market, isn't it, Dr. Dunn, considering that I think it was the finance minister, not recently, but some time ago, who told us that between, was it 2019 and 2020, some 1,800 new businesses were registered in Jamaica. So it shows, and a lot of those being micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. So it means the impact is likely to be significant.
Correct. Not only that, so there are approximately 429,000 MSMEs in Jamaica, contributing about 3% to GDP. So it's quite a bit of MSMEs are actually in Jamaica. But then the minister said something yesterday as well. I think, as you were speaking to Donovan a while ago, about the revenue that the government is literally giving up, I think he mentioned a figure of about $70 million. Was it, Donovan?
Yes,
and he
around
said,
there. So he's discussing them.
Pardon me?
Yes, somewhere around there. I
Right.
didn't get
I know
the
what he
figure
said, Donovan.
exactly,
He
but
said
he's giving up revenue.
He said it's the best. It is the best amount of revenue that he could give up for the massive effect that it will have on a sector as the MSME sector. In other words, he was happy to give up that revenue because of the implications of what it can mean to the MSME sector and the growth and development that will come to the MSME sector for those persons who are interested in exporting, especially via the digital platform, and the investment and the return that it will bring to Jamaica in the long run.
So, Donovan Wignall, what are the next steps then in providing a sense of direction to those who are able, those within your membership, and even those who are not members of the MSME Alliance, to take advantage of the removal of this tax?
I think you were on the on a roll already. I think quite a few people have entered the export market, especially people who are manufacturing mass COVID related products. Yes, some masks and some very and sanitizers, etc. that are locally manufactured are in demand on the international market. Sportswear, Jamaican branded, anything at all. The brand Jamaica is big abroad, and now they are able to, in their own way, take advantage of exporting brand Jamaica some more. So I think in terms of international immersion, our local people are now are going to see that as small as they are, the smallest of manufacturers, with all the information they have gotten in setting up their e-commerce website. We just came from the Let's Go Digital conference by the PSOJ recently, where people were given very good information as to how to set up their websites, how to go digital, and a tremendous amount of information has been coming forth since COVID for how people can transition into a digital market space. So now our very small manufacturers, with the information that they have garnered over this period, can now pivot and sustainably enter into the export e-commerce business. So therefore, we're seeing a new market, a new type of economy emerging, and I think it augurs well for the local manufacturing MSME.
Yeah, there's no question. Yes, Dr. Dunn.
Well said, Donovan. And I can tell you from where I sit, because as you know, that I'm also involved in the private sector. And when I see the local manufacturers coming forward, especially in cosmetics and in what we call health and beauty aid,
absolutely.
Ear products. There's so much natural ear products. I have a friend now having one called Shakti Hair Glow, right?
Is that what you're using, Dr. Dunn?
Yes, Shakti is Hair Glow. And let me tell you, a number of these budding entrepreneurs are coming forward. They see the digital age and they see the pandemic not as the doom and gloom that some persons see it as, but a great opportunity to enter the digital space and to promote their products to the world. And I believe, and Donovan will share this passion, we are in for something great. And this ministry, and the Minister Shaw and the team here at MIIC, we are making sure that we are accessible. We are presenting ourselves as the enabler, and we want to make sure and ensure that whatever it is for these entrepreneurs, both large and small, that want to get their products and their produce to a market, we are going to be their facilitator.
So, Donovan Wignall, you and your executive of the MSME Alliance have been no doubt ticking. So this one is off your list now, effective the 1st of April. This will kick in, right, gentlemen? That's the effective date.
Yes, that's the effective date. And when I'm in these forums, I like to mention the Small Business Association as well.
Yes.
Because we speak for the same demographic, that we are on board, and we will continue to spread the word and encourage people to get in the business of manufacturing locally, because it can be very lucrative. And I know a lot of people are in it already. And like Dr. Minister Dunn said, that the local cosmetics industry, I'm looking at a product now from Salisbury Cosmetics. Sorry for the plug, but I have to plug
No,
them.
man,
They
that's
were in
all
my
right.
office.
That's all right.
They came to my office and they were having challenges getting their products into the international market. And I told them that, e-commerce is good, but then one of their challenge was the cash, that it was too expensive. If somebody ordered a small quantity, it wouldn't be very beneficial for them to send it abroad, because the cash alone would be more than the cost of the product, that Dr. Dunn said earlier. So Salisbury Cosmetics now can set up their e-commerce website. Go to the smallbusinessportal.com. Again, thanks to the PSOJ. They have all the information there, and they can now get assistance, set up the website, and sell their product internationally.
What's that website again, you said?
The smallbusinessportal.com. It has all the information, yes.
Yes. The smallbusinessportal.com. Now, Dr. Dunn, you know what they say, the reward for good work is more work.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure I'm sure Donovan Wignall is still not finished with you. He and his team from the MSME, they're perhaps going to be asking for something else soon. How active are you in identifying and ferreting out and engaging people like Donovan Wignall and so on, in just making sure that you are making decisions that are hitting the right notes?
Well, Donovan will tell you without fear or favor that we have been very active, especially since I have been here. I mean, the team before is very active as well. But I know we Minister Shaw, myself, and the team here, we have brought some additional energy to the process, and Donovan can testify to that. And the other members of the PSOJ, Chamber of Commerce, Small MSME Alliance, etc. We are so accessible. One of the things that we do, we sometimes tend to call people to say, is there anything at your organization that you need for us to do? We're not sitting on and waiting for the issues to be aired in the news media or elsewhere. We're not like that. We're very proactive. And Donovan is a part of some of the meetings and the committees and the task force that we have set up to ensure that we are, as you say, hitting the right spot as far as the issues are concerned. We don't want to be everything to everyone, but at least we want to be everything to everyone. That is what they require of us, and that's what we want to be.
Indeed. Well, we certainly want to thank you both for joining us this afternoon. In the meantime, we continue to, in fact, it would be quite instructive between both of you gentlemen. It would be good to get a couple of the actual producers of some of these cosmetic items and nutraceuticals and craft and art and so on to hear their perspective on how they see the CAF, the removal of CAF, impacting their enterprises going forward. So maybe that's something we can look forward to.
Yes,
yes, most
and
definitely, most
to
definitely.
give you some of the individuals.
Very great many of our local producers, manufacturers of these products, they help from this particular new initiative by the government.
Sorry, one moment, Donovan Wignall. I'll allow you to wrap up after this break.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock.
Did you know COK offers financing for vehicles up to 10 years old? Yes, you heard right. Sign up for COK Auto Loan today and access financing for vehicles 2011 and newer. Get rates as low as 7.45% up to 10 years to repay, plus 50% off your processing fee. Don't wait. Apply now. Visit www.cokcu.com or call 876-578-0057. Conditions apply. COK, your financial partner for life.
Both sides of the story.
Tune in this and every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm to join in a series of discussions on building a strong relationship with your child. We invite children to call in and voice their concerns. This broadcast is brought to you by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, Every Child Deserves Protection, Margins Pharmacy, and Community Meds Pharmacy. That's a live broadcast of Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm at 3:30 p.m. this and every Tuesday, right here on Power 106 FM.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 4:02. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4 heures de 现在. TDN le 4点02分. 2 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on this special rescheduled edition of MIIC Live. Normally, you would hear the feature MIIC Live on the first and third Thursday of every month, but the program for last week has been rescheduled for this week, and we've been speaking with the Minister of State and the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, the Honorable Dr. Norman Dunn, and the President of the Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise MSME Alliance, Mr. Donovan Wignall, who was making some closing remarks just before we had to take the 4 o'clock break. You were saying, Donovan Wignall?
Yeah, just change a little bit, and I'd like to really, say heartfelt thanks to the MIC Ministry, Dr. Dunn, in support for supporting the lobby, Minister Flight Green, and of course our very hardworking Minister, Minister of Finance Nigel Clark. With this single move, they would have really placed the Jamaican manufacturer, local manufacturers, at a significant advantage for international trade. I note with absolute encouragement Dr. Dunn's enthusiasm and passion for the sector. And fundamentally, Dr. Dunn is an entrepreneur before anything else. He's a businessman, so he understands the challenges and the struggles that we have to go through as small businesses. Watching him grow from strength to strength, he understands. He has navigated the pathways before, so therefore he can speak directly to the problems that we're having based on his experience. So I know that with his leadership, of the ministry, and with the support of that very good team at MIC, our sector, our local manufacturers, Bar Ceramics, Dana Bar from Bar Ceramics, Salisbury, our honey manufacturers, the manufacturers in Jamaica.
And honey is a big one, sorry to jump in, but that
Yes.
market is huge. But anyway,
It's
sorry,
huge.
go ahead.
You wouldn't imagine. The people who manufacture the castor oil, those ladies who crush the swimsuits, the crusher swimsuits, big items,
Yes.
selling internationally. I think, the future augurs well for the local small manufacturers. And I just want to say thank you to the team. And we continue the fight. The struggle is not so much a struggle anymore. But definitely, we look forward to working with the MIC, Dr. Dunn and his team continually so that we can make trade and business sustainable for the MSME.
Indeed, and I have to touch on castor oil before we give Dr. Dunn the last word. That I remember doing a broadcast from Sam's Caribbean Marketplace on Long Island at what's the name of that location? But anyway, it's on Long Island, Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, and I asked the operator of Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, Andrew Morris, what was the best seller at Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, and his response was black castor oil.
There you go.
And at the time, he said, sadly, he wasn't getting any of the black castor oil that he had. He wasn't getting it from Jamaica. And of course, we made a lot of noise about it back then. And Jampro picked it up. And before you know it, they're now getting black castor oil on the shelves of Sam's Caribbean Marketplace on Long Island in New York. So these are some of the, what do we call them? Low-hanging fruits. And we just have to make sure we move those roadblocks out of the way. Right, Dr. Dunn, I'll give you the last word.
Quite agree. And I'd just like to say to Donovan as well, thank you very much for the compliment, sir. I am here as a servant of the people. I mean, I serve with passion, but I serve with a great minister, Minister Audley Shaw. I mean, I could not have wanted a better minister to serve along with. And he has a passion for business, having a similar background as I have in terms of growing up in Christiana in his mother's bread shop. So he does understand the issues as well. And therefore, Donovan and the MSME Alliance, the TSOJ, the JMEA, the Chamber of Commerce, and all the other business organizations, I'd like to say to you, you have a great team here at the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Minister Shaw, myself, among our permanent secretaries, and the teams in the various different divisions, we are here to serve you. And we want to say to you that we understand the issues at hand. We understand the issues of business. We want to be your partner, your enabler. No issue is too big for us. No issue is too small for us. We want to ensure that whatever it takes for us to achieve the 2030 vision that we have for this country, if this ministry will lead and can lead, we want to ensure that whatever you need, we will be here for you to ensure that you can achieve those dreams. The removal of cash is just one of the things. There are many things that are on the horizon, which we will speak to on other MIIC Live to show you that this ministry is in fact one of the drivers that will take us to allow us to recover stronger.
Well said. Well done. Congratulations to you both. Thank you very much. Keep up the advocacy and all the very best. Minister of State in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, the Honorable Dr. Norman Dunn, and President of the Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise MSME Alliance, Donovan Wignall. Thank you both for joining us and sharing with us on the renewed possibilities for growth within the MSME sector with the removal of the Customs Administrative Fee, CAF. That is no more, effective the 1st of April, and that should mean more exports from the MSMEs. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you both. All the very best.
Thank you very much.
Good. Take care. And you be safe too. All the best. And thanks once again to you, our faithful listeners at home and abroad, for being a part of the experience on this special rescheduled edition of MIIC Live, a production of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. This week's edition of MIIC Live, brought to you by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. I would imagine join us again next week, because next week is the third Thursday in the month of March. Join us again next week, same time, 3:30 p.m. on both sides of the story for another edition of MIIC Live.
We'll never give away the promise.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And getting back to your calls on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. And you know what they say, if America sneezes, we catch a cold. And so it's of significance for us to share with you that it is now official. It is now official. President Joe Biden has signed the $1.9 trillion relief bill, clearing the way for a paving the way for $1,400 stimulus checks. $1,400 on each of these stimulus checks. That's where it's at right now. That's the news dominating the media entities in the United States of America. And here's another story that's trending that the BBC, well, a couple of stories. One as a follow-up to that interview, that Oprah interview. Can you imagine after all these decades, Oprah is still in? Isn't that something? Transcending different generations. Oprah is still in. So that interview that Meghan and Harry did, here is a follow-up. The Duke of Cambridge has said the royals are very much not a racist family. In his first comments after accusations by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in that TV interview with Oprah Winfrey, Prince William also said he had not yet spoken to his brother, but would do so. Meghan and Prince Harry said some member of the royal family had expressed concern over how dark their son Archie's skin might be. Buckingham Palace was quick to say previously that the claim was concerning and it would be addressed privately. And it was also made clear that neither the Queen nor the Duke of Edinburgh made any such comments. So that's another of the stories trending at this time. And in fact, let's see if we can give you a bit of the audio on that story. Let's listen up.
Sir, have you spoken to your brother since the interview? No, I haven't spoken yet, but I will do. And can you just let me know, is the royal family a racist family, sir? No, we're very much not a racist family.
Right, so that was Prince William speaking, if you were able to hear him clearly, saying exactly what we said he had said. And here's another story that is trending on the BBC right now. Oxford AstraZeneca, EU regulator, says no indication vaccine linked to blood clots. No indication vaccine linked to blood clots. There is no indication that the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine is linked to an increased risk of blood clots. That's according to the European Union's medicines regulator. It said the number of cases in vaccinated people was no higher than in the general population. The statement came after a number of countries, including Denmark and Norway, suspended the use of the jab. The suspension followed reports that a small number of people had developed clots after receiving the vaccine. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15. Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during both sides of the story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during both sides of the story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today.
Both sides of the story.
The Heart Foundation of Jamaica observes World Salt Awareness Week from March 8 to 14 under the theme More Flavor, Less Salt. Tune in to both sides of the story with host Dervan Malcolm for a live broadcast at the Heart Foundation of Jamaica this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. as we raise awareness on issues surrounding sodium intake, especially the hidden salts in some of our favorite food products. This broadcast is brought to you by the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, 28 Beachwood Avenue, Kingston 5. That's a live broadcast of both sides of the story this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica in observance of World Salt Awareness Week, right here on Power 106 FM.
Both sides of the story.
With miles of
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 4:16. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:16. 现在地点了4点16分. 16 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. Good afternoon to all the schoolers listening to us, all the students from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Trust you had a productive day of learning today. Hope you also managed to get in some physical activity, just as important as mental activity. As we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable. Education makes you trainable. Training makes you employable. And the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. And remember, in spite of all that's happening around you, young people, just remember it's a part of your learning. It's a part of your learning. And remember what Mark Twain said. It's a part of your schooling, I meant to say. A part of your schooling. Learning too, yes. But the word we wanted was schooling. It's a part of your schooling. And Mark Twain said he never allowed his schooling to interfere with his education. So he remained focused on his schooling. Young people, try your best to master reading, writing, and arithmetic. There's nothing new under the sun. Reading, writing, and arithmetic, so that you can effectively operate in this ever-evolving, dynamic, technologically driven world. So just keep focused. Learn as much as you can. You are smart enough. You have it in you. The rest of us needs to help to get that out of you, to bring it out, to help you to let your light so shine. We have a responsibility, we have a duty to bring that out of you, because each of you has it inside of you. You are a promise. You are a possibility. As the song says, you're a great big bundle of potentiality. So understand that, young people. Understand your purpose. Go for it and achieve greatness. And I'm thinking at this time of Rayon Duncan Devonish. He's a Chevening scholar from Mountain View. Big up Rayon Duncan Devonish, Chevening scholar. We met him in the parking lot of an establishment about a week ago. In fact, exactly 1 week ago. And he was beside himself, in a manner of speaking, and just always happy to meet our listeners, and especially when they share the impact that this program has had on their lives. So good afternoon, Rayon Duncan Devonish, Chevening scholar. And you know what that means to be a Chevening scholar? That is, he's He's one of us. They say the good book says many are called and few are chosen. That's the idea with the Chevening Scholarship. Many are called, few are chosen. And so those who manage to get into that program, they get to go to the United Kingdom and all their expenses are taken care of, if I'm remembering correctly. And they study a particular area. They increase or improve upon their studies. So if they had a bachelor's, they maybe move to a master's. If they had a master's, they move to a PhD, etc. So good things and a lot of good things and a lot of good people have come out of Mountain View, and more will come, like Rayon Duncan Devonish, Chevening Scholar. We salute you. Good afternoon to you. All the best. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Hello to Kelvin Lee. Vision says the one-day death record is what's alarming to me. He's referring to the 12 people who sadly passed away yesterday from COVID-19. 12 people in one day, the highest one-day death toll so far. And condolences. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family of the deceased. Rose McIntosh is still in touch with us. Thank you very much, Rose McIntosh, for staying online with us. Let's clear some more of the messages. Hello to Nicola in Mandeville, Manchester. And this is another Nicola. So we have Nicola, Niquuolah, and we have Nicola, which could also be Nicola, Nichola. So Nicola, is it Nicola or Nicola? Adlam. Adlam is the surname. So please tell us if you pronounce your name Nicola or Nicola, the long sound or the short sound. Nicola, the short sound, or Nicola, the long one. The short O or the long O. Nicola Adlam says there's another deadly disease on the rise. The name of it is lack of knowledge in our community, where some children are unable to access internet. Some are unable to access gadgets. These children are our future. So what will the future be? Like I can barely imagine a productive one. Help our children get an education. Well, that's what we've been saying, and we've been doing our best in that regard to play our part. Nicola Adlam or Nicola. Dainty Walker, who is home here in Jamaica, says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm, to you too. Dainty Walker, taking a break from Bermuda. Sophia Nemad says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. To you too, Sophia Nemad. Elvis White, good afternoon. Steve in Toronto, Canada, says, yardmarket.com is here. Bernard Farquharson says, good afternoon, teacher and all classmates. Love your program, Mr. Malcolm. Blessings always. Blessings to you too, Bernard Farquharson. Steve in Toronto, Canada, wanted us to say hello to Donovan Wignall on behalf of yardmarket.com. Faye Weller says, good afternoon, everyone. Blessed love. I'm here listening. Good to have you on board, Faye Weller. Ingrid Gibson Chen says, blessings and love to all. Blessings and love to you too, Ingrid Gibson Chen. Nicola, Niquuolah Harris, good afternoon to you too. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And let's go to our text line, which doubles as our WhatsApp number. And the messages there are many. Where do we start? Let's see. This one says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Please comment, if you can, on what arrangements are being made for the second dose of the vaccine availability for those people who will be vaccinated with current supply. Thanks. What I will humbly suggest is that you go to the Ministry of Health website, or if you have a number for the nearest health center in your area or the nearest hospital, give them a call, or you can call the Ministry of Health's line, which is, I think they have a 1-888-1-LOVE. The 1-888-1-LOVE number still works. Those are the options right now. Everything is happening so fast. I'm trying to read the budget presentation of the finance minister. I'm trying to follow the other budget and budget presentations. I'm trying to follow the developments with the vaccine and the state of play with respect to COVID-19 generally in the environment, among other things. It's there are a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving parts, and we'll do our best as we catch up to fill you in as we go along. It really is a lot, a whole heap happening. And look at all these messages now that we haven't even touched. Some of them from yesterday. Someone gave me 3 peppers so I could get the seeds to plant for myself. I sent them, but they are not opening. And that's Moralist in St. Elizabeth, who was trying to send us pictures of peppers. Milton, right. Good afternoon to Milton Morrison, Bernard Lee, and all the others of the Haile Selassie Past Students Association. Well done. They donated 43 tablet computers to the school today. Haile Selassie Technical High School, recipients of 43 brand new tablet computers. Those were presented today. Well done to Bernard Lee. Well done, Milton Morrison, and the other members of the... In fact, Milton Morrison is the current president of the association's steering committee. And they made that donation to Haile Selassie High School. Well done, Haile Selassie past students. Well done. Other messages that are popping up. Oh, goodness. People continue to circulate the pictures of the bodies of the 5 men killed and the 7 guns seized, according to the police, in it was at Bedward Gardens in Augustown. Please spare us some of these graphic pictures, please. Let's see who else is messaging us. Michael Paul Brown, good afternoon to you too. Let's go down the line. Cuban in Georgia says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. The institution of the monarch and the royal family are bigots and racists. We have to call for a referendum to abolish the Queen now. And anyone who comes to say that's not so, they are bigots too. But be careful of how you chastise and condemn people. Cuban in Georgia, be careful that you don't become the people you condemn. All right? Just be mindful of that. Try not to become the people you condemn. GMAC says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Your calculation in relation to you have amount here. I think you mean number, GMAC, the number of days since COVID is off. COVID last year was a leap year. 366 days would make it up to March 9, March 10. Therefore, would make it 367. And today, March 11, would make it 368 since COVID-19 cases. Well, the essential point we were making, GMAC, is that yesterday, the 10th of March, was exactly 1 year. 1 year since the first confirmed case of COVID-19. Thank you very much for your message. Olive, Miss Olive says, good day, Dervan. The best salt to cook with is kosher, which is very low in sodium. It's not sold in all supermarkets, sad to say. I have been using same for years, thanks to my son's now deceased father, who put me onto it. Thank you very much, Miss Olive, for that suggestion. Another message. Hello. One of the key features of granulated sugar is that it doesn't have molasses, and as a result, the grains don't cake together. Granulated salt exists, though. Check it out. Thank you very much for your message. We'll come back and try to clear the other messages after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30.
You hear that? Silence. Ever since I moved out of mommy house, I can just kick back, relax, have a drink. And it's all thanks to Gateway. Financing up to 95% of the house. And if you're doing a home equity loan, they finance up to 100%. What's really better than that?
Gateway Cooperative Credit Union. For more information on our mortgage plan, visit our website at www.gatewayja.com. Opening the way to your financial success.
The Jamaica Customs Agency is inviting all licensed customs brokers to its CCC Virtual Forum for Brokers Only, Wednesday, March 17, 2021, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, under the theme Trade and Tariff Matters. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm to register and to participate. Customs brokers, this forum is designed especially for you. So click, connect, and converse with Customs. Jamaica Customs, keeping our brokers in focus.
The RJR Gleaner Communications Group Special Women's Day book celebrating 60 distinguished Jamaican women. Available now. Purchase your copy today at the Gleaner Library, 7 North Street in Kingston, the Gleaner Western Bureau, 23 Orange Street, Montego Bay, and the RJR Gleaner Gift Shop at 32 Lyndhurst Road. And with every purchase of 3 or more copies at the Gleaner Library, you have a chance to win 6-month subscription to the Gleaner Premium. Jamaican women of distinction, holding up more than half the sky.
The Gleaner Premium will excite your digital media experience, satisfy your appetite for exclusive stories and special access to editors' fora, videos, podcasts, and much more. To subscribe, go to jamaica-gleaner.com/premium and select the e-Gleaner or website option. Welcome to your new digital experience, the Gleaner Premium.
Free premium access to unlimited news and value-added offerings. Limited time offer ends soon.
Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is. Horizon in the distance, so close, and yet so far away.
Que hora es en espagnol? Son las 5 menos 28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 28. Hiện tại, thì điện le Wu Dien Cha Ar Shur Ba Fen. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they are supposed to be? Doing what they are supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Here's another message. Wingy in Brownstown, St. Anne says, good afternoon, teacher. I'm Wingy from Retreat, Brownstown, St. Anne. Welcome, Wingy from Retreat, Brownstown, St. Anne. Thank you very much. And Errol in Spanish Town says, hi, Dervan, good day. I regret the death of the 5 young men in August Town. But the saying says, if you live by the gun, then you will die by the gun. I hope that is a warning to others who decide to take up the gun. Badness no pay. The security forces might have just saved many lives by the recovery of those 7 guns. Congrats to the security forces. And then Errol sends us a rejoinder. Dervan, may have to big up Mr. Biden for doing such wonderful thing for his people, in reference to the $1.9 trillion stimulus package in the United States. Ricardo in Glengoff, St. Catherine is greeting everybody as usual. Welcome, Ricardo. Sophia says, good afternoon. I want to say happy birthday to my nephew. Wishes coming from his aunt, Brianna, and Uncle Brian, Grandma Sophia, Mother Brighty. Okay. All right, grandson, to my grandson, Brandon. All right, Something is missing there, but thank you for the message. We did our best. All the best to you. Take care. Your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Let's clear some of these text messages on our text line, same as the WhatsApp line, 876-365-3346. A couple of messages, text messages from yesterday. From Pablo, Mile Gully District, PO, Manchester. Hi, Teach. Good afternoon. How are you doing, sir? Class is in session. No vaccine for me as yet, and I don't know when I will be getting my shot. But Teach, I am ready to take mine, if I even dead after. But I am glad the government got it. May God bless the government of India. Pablo, Mile Gully, Manchester. Thank you very much for your message. Here's another. A vaccine takes up to 10 years to develop. You can only fool some people. Hitler was voted in by his own people, then turned around and destroyed them. Denzi. Thank you very much for your message, Denzi. And we wish you all the best. We hope you never, ever catch COVID-19. We really hope not. But thank you very much for your message here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Another message, good day, Dervan. People, please stop blaming the government for the... Didn't we read this already? Yes, we read this already on Monday. Wrong message. Let's come down to Wednesday the 10th. This was yesterday. Good day, Dervan. There are 8 new homes being built in my complex. And that's in reference to the comments yesterday with respect to construction. Yes, indeed. It is a fact that there is a lot of construction work taking place all across the country. There's no doubt about that. It is quite evident. That's one thing with construction work. You can't say it is if it isn't, because it's there. It's there. You see the construction workers. You see the areas being fenced off. You see land being cleared. You see building blocks going up. You see scaffolding going up. Yeah, there's no. It's just there. It's happening. And let's see. Let's see who else is messaging us here on both sides of the story, and as we try to fill you in as well with some of the latest stories making the news. Let's go and see what's happening here. You would have heard the news. Farm worker on cocaine charges after drug seizure at Norman Manley International Airport. Students have until May 1st to defer sitting 2021 CXC exams. So you have until the 1st of May, CXC students, you have until the 1st of May to make a decision whether to defer sitting the 2021 CXC exams, meaning putting them off until January perhaps. What am I saying? What month are we in? Yeah, putting them off until next year. Because the exams are usually around May, June, and then the next set of exams usually in January. Yeah. And or the next opportunity to sit the exams usually in January. Let's see. If you're in Chancery Hall, pay attention. Installation work will disrupt your water supply tomorrow. People of Chancery Hall, we're being told by the National Water Commission that your water supply will be suspended from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock tomorrow, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, Friday the 12th. The disruption in supply is to facilitate the urgent installation of a flow meter along the Chancery Hall pipeline network. The affected areas include Lord Nelson Drive, Horatio Drive, Lord Nelson Close, Lady Hamilton Drive, East Horatio Drive, and Lime Kiln Drive. Customers are being encouraged to store water for use during the period of disruption. So the people of Chancery Hall, no water for you from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. And we hope you're not thrown out too much by that disruption. The Southeast Regional Health Authority is to get 175 new hospital beds. This follows Cabinet's approval of the award of a $70.89 million contract to Advanced Procurement Limited to supply and install the beds. The Southeast Regional Health Authority comprises public health facilities in St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Kingston, and St. Andrew. Just trying to keep you abreast. Just in case you were too busy to follow the news earlier today, and even yesterday for that matter. Let's share this bit of news as well. Education, Youth and Information Minister Favour Williams has announced that there will be an increase in the number of school days in this academic year for grade 6 students who are slated to sit the ability test component of the primary exit profile PEP exam on the 26th of May. That's a new date because it was originally scheduled, I believe, for the 26th of March. That's what I recall. But it seems now it's been pushed back to the 26th of May. The Education Minister explained at a post-cabinet virtual media briefing yesterday that the increase in school days is to allow for the administering of diagnostic tests to identify the gaps in learning that will have to be addressed once students matriculate to the secondary level. There's so much work to be done, but it can be done. There's no doubt about that. It can be done. It can be done, and it will be done. Just checking through some more of the messages. Steve in Toronto, Canada is asking, why don't they postpone the exams to September? Well, no doubt the ministry would have, in consultation with the Jamaica Teachers Association and the Association of Principals and Vice Principals, they would have discussed this matter and would have arrived at the position they have based on those consultations. Ingrid Gibson Chen, you're welcome. Good afternoon to you. Lady Jean in Monique St. Anne says, good afternoon, Dervan and the team here listening. Blessings. Have a question for you and the listeners. Who has royal blood? I don't know. Lady Jean in Monique in St. Anne. Blood is blood. Who was it? Was it, where's Shylock's speech? Let's see if I can bring up Shylock's speech. Shylock's speech. William Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice. Hath not, the one where he says, hath not a Jew eyes? Hold on, let's see if I can bring it up. Shylock in Shakespeare. Eyes, a Jew, eyes, speech. Let's bring this up. So, I am a Jew, says Shylock in The Merchant of Venice. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer, as a Christian is? That's not where it ends. There's more. What about the park if you prick us? Here we go. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? Well, tongue, I can say that one doesn't apply to me, because if you tickle me, I will not laugh. I'm not, I can't be tickled. You should try it. You won't get any laughter out of me. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45. How can you make your business thrive in the new normal? By using the most powerful IT solutions from Digicel Business Hub to optimize your business operations. High-speed Wi-Fi, mobile and office phones, IT security, Microsoft Office with Teams, and much more. Get Digicel Business Hub, world-class IT from just $399 USD a month for 5 users. Visit us today on www.digicelbusiness.com.
Hose Assembly and Supply HAS is the best at what they do. They supply hoses, fittings, and tools. They guarantee they are unbeatable in price and quality combined. Branded by you as the hose and tool boss with the most effective industrial solutions. Come, experience the joy of shopping with the hose boss. Call 876-923-3936 or visit them at 173 Hagley Park Road, 2 Charlesworth Crescent, or Montego Bay Trade Center. HAS would like to thank their customers for over 30 years.
Both sides of the story.
Tune in this and every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm to join in a series of discussions on building a strong relationship with your child. We invite children to call in and voice their concerns. This broadcast is brought to you by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, Every Child Deserves Protection, Margins Pharmacy, and Community Meds Pharmacy. That's a live broadcast of Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm at 3:30 p.m. this and every Tuesday, right here on Power 106 FM.
Sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
The Heart Foundation of Jamaica observes World Salt Awareness Week from March 8 to 14 under the theme More Flavor, Less Salt. Tune in to Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm for a live broadcast at the Heart Foundation of Jamaica this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. as we raise awareness on issues surrounding sodium intake, especially the hidden salts in some of our favorite food products. This broadcast is brought to you by the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, 28 Beechwood Avenue, Kingston 5. That's a live broadcast of Both Sides of the Story this Friday, March 12 from 2 to 5 p.m. from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica in observance of World Salt Awareness Week, right here on Power 106 FM.
Both sides of the story.
Horizon is...
Que hora es en espagnol? Son las 5 menos 12. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 12. 现在地点了5点加12分. 12 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned into Both Sides of the Story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? Thank you so much for staying with us. I was reading Shylock's speech from The Merchant of Venice in reference to a message that was sent to us a short while ago from Lady Jean in Monique St. Anne asking what is royal blood or who has royal blood. And the first thing we could think of was that speech by Shylock in The Merchant of Venice. I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases like coronavirus? Hello. Healed by the same means like vaccinations? Hello. Warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer? We have seen those weather systems, haven't we? What has happened in the winter up north? And and heat wave as well in the summer. as a Christian is. It goes on. So we're warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? Yeah, yeah, prick yourself and see if you don't bleed. Yeah, if you prick us, do we not bleed? And do you see blood coming out that says royal blood? Absolutely not. It's the same red blood. Same red blood. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? Now, seriously, I don't laugh when anybody attempts to tickle me. I just, yeah. But for the most part, people laugh when you tickle them. Yeah. But I love to laugh anyway. But I don't know why I don't laugh when anybody tickles me. Now, if you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. Remember I said about careful we don't become the people we condemn. And we always say, in seeking justice, do justice. Because it cannot be that you're out to seek justice and you are committing an injustice as you seek to achieve justice. Yeah. So Shylock says, if a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why? Revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction. Yeah. An eye for an eye, and then we all go blind. But anyway, seriously, there's no such thing as any royal blood. As you would know, Lady Jean in Monique St. Anne. So we know you were asking the question tongue in cheek, who has royal blood? Yeah, well, thank you very much for your message. The Duke wasn't in hospital. Is he out now? And it had nothing to do with his royal blood. He needed treatment, like we all do at some point or another, and will need at some point in our lives. And it doesn't matter whether we're from the royal family or we're singing She's Royal from a street corner somewhere in Jamaica. Same blood. Hence, Junior reads one blood. That's the idea of one blood. You could have come from Rima or you come from Tower Hill, wherever. One blood. That's the idea. The message goes on. Steve in Toronto, Canada says, one would think that Prince William would have called his brother in reference to the story, follow-up story of the royals. Steve wants us to say hello to Miss Emma Wellington in Pembroke Hall. We just did, Steve. Randy Williams says, all these vaccines we were getting as kids, did anyone ask how fast those were developed? Perhaps not, Randy Williams, but you see, we're in the age now. You know what they say? A little learning is a dangerous thing. Yeah, it can be a dangerous thing. It can be. But we get the point you're making, Randy Williams. We get the point you're making. Steve in Toronto, Canada says, well, we read that message already. He's asking, why don't they postpone exams to September? Which exams are you referring to, by the way? I forgot to ask. PEP or CSEC? Because the thing with the CSEC exams, as with so many exit exams all over the world, the governments all over the world have been trying their best and giving instructions that whatever is done, whatever decisions are made, that every effort must be put into ensuring that those exit exams take place. That's what the governments of the world have been doing, essentially. Because those exit exams determine the future of these children one way or another. And if the children don't do well in the exit exams, then it means we have more work to do. That's what it boils down to. Questions, teacher, how many ways does the COVID-19 test can, or let's see if we can rephrase that for you. In how, well, you could ask how are these COVID tests conducted? What are the test options? What are the testing options for COVID-19? In how many ways can the COVID-19 test be administered, or along those lines? Yeah. I don't know. You're asking, can it be taken by a blood test? No. Well, I don't know. Otherwise, that would have been one of the ways. We know the one where they insert this thing in the nostril, and they insert this thing in the nose, and I gather it can be quite ticklish, or whatever it is. No, it's not. Oh, it burns. Okay. Yes, there's some kind of a burning sensation when it is inserted. But that seems to be, how else do they, that's the main way. Or there's something that they put in the mouth as well. Okay. Okay, so that's a couple of ways then. Yeah, at least a couple of ways to test for COVID-19. Oh yes, that's the one that it goes almost as if it's going to the very back of the, yeah, okay, understood. Right, so there you go. There you go, Wingy in Retreat, Brownstown, St. Anne. A couple of ways, at least. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Thursday, the 11th of March, 2021. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on, nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5, live from 28 Beechwood Avenue, just around the road from where we are here at Lyndhurst Road. We'll be live at the Heart Foundation of Jamaica. We've been telling you all week that this is Salt Awareness Week. That's the focus of tomorrow afternoon's broadcast from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica. Till then, on behalf of Program Assistant Adrian Reed, this is Dervan Malcolm reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
We'll never give away the promise. Oh, the road ahead is a highway or a dead end street. Oh, the road ahead never answers any questions, and nothing is sure along the way, not even tomorrow. With miles of the unknown ahead of you, the road ahead is empty. It's paved with miles of the unknown. Whatever seems to be your destination, take life the way it comes. Take life the way it is.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
News, comprehensive, powerful, and credible.
Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of Radio Jamaica's News at 5.